Alright YouTube, I'm gonna do a quick video. I hadn't done an update in a while. These are my peppers. As you can see, they've grown quite a bit. They look a little droopy. I just watered them. But I hadn't watered them in a little bit and they kind of drooped down. I've been kind of busy. But anyway, I'm gonna stop neglecting them. But they still have a lot of peppers. Still got blooms. Find some of the. You see, they got a lot of small peppers, flowers. So yeah, they're still doing great. There's one in there. Let's see. Actually, there's three. Oh, there's a frog. Hello, Mr. Frog. Anyway, there's three right there. And those get a little bigger. I'll probably pick those off. Oh, look. My froggy friends. Well, can you eat these red bugs that are over there? It'd be freaking nice. Okay, anyway. I'm asking the frog to do my dirty work. But yeah, these are the peppers. Let's see. Let's go over here. This is the basil. The parsley's down in there. It's kind of dying off. I've been picking at it a lot, using a lot of it. But the freaking basil is just like falling over. It's so much of it. This stuff just gets huge. It's like a weed. Excuse my yard. I'm pulling weeds. Anyway, that was a little herb patch. This tire here is full of sweet potatoes. You can see there are a lot of holes in the leaves. I had some caterpillars that were just absolutely stripping the leaves, but I was able to get rid of those caterpillars, and so you see a lot of new growth. Well, there's nothing being eaten. Over here is the same deal. I had a lot that was being eaten. When you look at the new growth, there's a little bit more down there. Anyway, I had planted a slip. I don't know if that's gonna make it or not, but this is good. That looks good. So, and I had planted a couple more of the little slips right down in here. We'll see what they do. If they do nothing, I'm not worried about it. My peppers from this side, you can see there are more peppers, flowers, peppers. I've had peppers so heavy they break the limbs off. Like this limb here is hanging down. Broke the limb off that. So, on to the tomatoes. These were supposed to be a bush variety tomato, and technically they still are because they're not vining like the regular ones, but they stopped producing. But you'll see now they've got tomatoes on them again. Blossoms, more blossoms, just it's kind of like blossoms everywhere. And every day I come out here and I find a new tomato that I hadn't seen. There's another one. And so I'm just gonna let this thing go until it won't go anymore. And here's the other one. And there's a whole cluster of tomatoes in here. There's so much green growth. It's hard to find them sometimes. They're kind of, actually no, it was this one that has the cluster of tomatoes. Let's see if I can get it. There's one, but if I come from below, can you see all of those? There's three right in there. There's actually four. There's one over there too. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 4 back there. So there's 4 nice sized tomatoes. This one I'm sure has some tomatoes somewhere. Probably won't be able to really find them that good. I had a caterpillar on this. I don't know what those caterpillars are that eat tomatoes, but I had one on there. But I got him off, and I fed him to the birds. I don't have my own birds, they're wild birds, but yeah, they enjoyed the caterpillar. But yeah, I'm not sure if there are any. But you can see they're really healthy. They had stopped growing and everything, and then they away with stuff. But these 2 huge things are catnip. Catnip's doing great. It's vining out everywhere. Just it's spilling all out of the pot. This is 8 plants total, but catnip is part of the mint family, so it's like a weed, so I keep it in pots so it doesn't take over my yard. That's a blueberry plant. That's a blueberry plant. And then I have this bad boy, which the vine is so long, I don't know if I'll be able to show you the whole vine. The vine goes from all the way out there, and you follow it all the way down to the pot. That's a blackberry. You're wondering what that is. So I've been enjoying my blackberry growing and doing well, and it's thornless, which is good. Big trees are doing well. They'll probably lose their leaves soon. I got one little fig. I don't know if it'll get ripe or not. Who knows? This other fig tree. That's that on that. Peach tree. It did great. You can see all the new growth. That's where the bark is. All this green out here. That's all from this year. And each branch is like that. It just goes, all that was from this year. So we'll see how the peach does next year. It did give me peaches this year. This one's another peach tree. I have 2. So you can see they just really enjoyed their new pots and fertilizer because they really grew well. My apple tree is in here. It gave me 2 apples this year, which I'm happy for. My navel tree looks much better than it did. It used to look really sickly looking. It hasn't given me any fruit yet, but I'm just glad that it looks better than it did. It used to look really bad, but you can see the leaves are standing. They look really good. So I'm happy about that. This is my guava. My guava's grown quite a bit. It's almost as tall as me now. It did have 2 guava flowers, but no fruit came of those. I think it's just still too young. Excuse me while I pluck this. Whatever it is, I think this is clover. It's a huge clover plant growing in my pear tree. Look at that. Look at that. Out of here. My rosemary. What the hell happened? Oh God, this thing hasn't been watered at all. I went out of town, folks. And this is what happened to my rosemary. I better water that one. I'm gonna have to pull this out of here and make sure it gets watered because I'm going out of town again. Pear tree, another pear tree, a kumquat tree. It's actually got kumquats on it. You can see those round green things. Lots of kumquats on it. There's one that's starting to turn. They won't be ready for a while. It takes like until November for them to be ready. So yeah, that's that stuff. The tomatoes, that once it got too hot, they stopped doing anything, but then they started growing again. So I said, what the hell? These over here aren't doing too good. I haven't caged them. If they die, I don't care. That's doing good. This thing is still bearing. You'll see those tomatoes down there. I need to pick those actually. They look really good. Probably just gonna eat them raw tonight. Something bit that one. Okay. So that's those. It's still kind of growing, but I think it's giving up the ghost. A few little green tomatoes here and there. But I think this one's pretty much done for the season. It gave me a lot of tomatoes, so I'm happy about that. I'm gonna save some seeds. As a matter of fact, some of the tomatoes are good. They fell down in here. Okay, that one's not good. But this one is. Nothing wrong with that one. I might take the seeds out of this one. One of the birds pecked. Maybe get the seeds out of that green one. I think the last tomatoes that are on here, I'm gonna attempt to get seeds from. But yeah, that's the garden and that's it. I'm gonna do some fall planting, but I need to wait. I need to wait a bit before I get that in the ground. And when I get that stuff in the ground, I'll come back with another update. Okay, thanks for watching.